Hi, we're back on our job site and we're ready to do the electrical. It's 97 degrees out here today in the sun, so we're going to head inside where it's even hotter because there's no AC in here. And we're going to show you how to run the electrical wiring. So come on, let's get started. Okay, here we're just installing our switch boxes and we're just going to go with code for the bottom of the height of the box. And we're going to do the same for the outlet boxes as well. Now make sure when you install these, there's like little lips right here. Make sure that's level with the front side of this 2x4. And make sure this box is square. Because when we sit this drywall up against here, we don't need that box sitting out or else our faceplate will sit on here kind of funky. You don't want that. You want to keep this square. Now in this instant right here, this will be fine like this. But we'll probably bring in a 2x4 right here and have a nice nailer here. Keep this nice and firm, especially since you're going to have a lot of wires running through here. That's a lot of weight for this to hold. Okay, we're back. Coming from the garage amp service box, 200 amp service box, we have two 20 amp wires. They're going to be feeding into this room. Now, the two wires we just capped off here with some black wire that we tied together in an old drinking bottle here, Gatorade bottle, and the reason being is you don't want to get anybody shocked during construction. Well, now we're ready to run this actually to the junction box. You have to have just a flat plated junction box, or you could actually make these outlets. In our case, we've already got some outlets that we're going to have over here. I didn't want outlets by the steps coming down, so we're just going to put a flat cover box on that and use that as our junction box. So the steps are going to hide, the steps in the wall and the drywall and the insulation and everything, that's going to hide all this conduit and everything that we had to use to meet code coming through the house and the concrete here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to feed the wires in through here, make this our junction box, and we're going to feed off of here, and we're going to feed both our outlets and our switch plates. Now here we have a coach light that will go on the outside of this front door, just right up here. We're going to have a coach box on the outside wall here. So we'll have a wire running to that. We'll have a three-way wire running to the ceiling fan. And then we'll have a three-way wire running to the chandelier that we're going to retrofit onto the ceiling fan. And you have to come back for that. That's going to be really, really neat. Now here we have the actual outdoor box that will sit up here, that will be strong enough to support that light box. Now this is going to go on the outside of the house, but the conduit itself, which will be waterproof, will come through the outside layers of the house wrap, the black paper, and all of that, and that will come down through here, and then we'll waterproof that with some more caulking and liquid electrical tape. Electrical tape is just a black tape liquid. It works better sometimes than actual electrical tape. So at the depth of the stone, plus the block, plus this should come in on the inside of our wall. We'll see how that works. But that will give us a nice waterproof seal coming in from the outside to the inside. We like to make sure there's no leaks anywhere. We almost get our houses too tight, I think. So we just came through here and we've set an electrical box here. You have to be within 4 feet of an exterior wall, and you can be no more than 6 feet apart. So here we have a double electrical box. One will run the fireplace. It's an electric fireplace in this room that also serves as a heater. So it also will blow some air and get some little extra fan air in here. So, you know, since this is such a tall ceiling room, I mean, we go up, this is 2 scaffolding high right here, just to give you an idea of the height. I think we're at what? We're at 20, so we're at 22 feet high, I think, in the ceiling. So, and that will also give us an outlet maybe to run some lights or whatever up here above the fireplace if we want them, Christmas lights, whatever. And then we've got another outlet that comes in at 4 feet from the wall, within 4 feet of the wall here, and the same here under this window. This leads us over to here to the other three-way switches for the light, chandelier light, the ceiling fan, and the back door switch to the back door coach light, which is code here. You have to have a coach light at every door. Okay? So that's it for the wiring. And then up here we just got to make a box and that will hold that medallion, the ceiling fan, which is a 48-inch ceiling fan blades. We figure with a little bit of a down rod. What do we get for a down rod size? 4-inch down rod. Okay, and this is our outdoor box for the ground fault, and that's just going back here on the back side of the fireplace here. So when we run that sidewalk, we might want a water fountain or something out there, some lights, Christmas lights in the trees, whatever. We're going to meet code here by having an outdoor box, and this will be a nice flat one that won't stick out. You can see that up there a little closer, how that looks. And it doesn't have that big plastic cover that sticks out, especially since you're going to be coming along the sidewalk so close to the side of the house there.
This is for vinyl siding. Since you're putting brick, I'm going to cut that edge off.
Well, I can just fill it up with mortar. Well, you can cut the ledge off, but it doesn't matter.
Right on top.
Yeah, you can just cut that ledge right there off. That's fine.
Almost the road.
Okay.
I've got to put a receptacle over there.
Okay, so we just got one more receptacle that has to meet code. We've got this receptacle right here is what we use during construction. We've got one like this and one on the outside of the house here with our shelter antenna and stuff that's on the back side of the wall. But we have this outlet in because because we had to for construction purposes, and this was an outdoor wall at one time. So, but we just poured around that conduit again. We had to put it in conduit. So now this vent right here is under the house. We're actually getting some cold air coming through there from under the house. So we're going to leave that open. It's actually keeping us a little cooler than normal. But we will be bricking that in and insulating that when the time comes. Here you can see we've already filled in one of the vents. It's got double layer of that pink insulation foam board. I've caulked it, sealed it really well. It's not going to be seen because the steps are going to be coming out of the house here. Here's where you'll be coming out of the master bedroom retreat. You want to save this to near last. You want to make sure that you get the windows and doors and stuff in here, because at 100 degrees out, you got the air conditioner on in the house, and although if we open that up right now, it sure would cool us off.
I've got to open it up because
my vote is we open it and cool ourselves off in here.
I have to.
Maybe we can take a piece of that foam board and stick up there at night.
I got to fix the wire.
Yeah, we accidentally cut the wire here, so there's no electricity to the outlets in the master retreat. Just hit it right here while we were cutting out the boards. And you can see he put that little bit of that liquid tape on there, but that didn't help. It went through too far. So, all right. So, the other video will show you how we cut the brick out for this doorway. And but we're gonna go ahead and try to hang this door too. So electrical and door today. We'll see how far we get. We'll do the ceiling probably last. I don't know about you, but I think even if we open windows in here right now, it's cooler in here than it is outside.
Ceiling fan.
Do you want to get that ceiling fan on, huh?
No, I forgot the box.
Oh, you brought the box of the ceiling fan?
It's in the garage.
Okay. All right, we'll build a box for that. So, yeah, you want to keep your scaffolding up because you're going to be working up there. Plus, we got drywall and insulation, so just keep your scaffolding up. It's not in the way. You can clean around it. All right, so we'll start running wires and pulling wires here. What do you think? Does it sound like a plan to you?
Sound like a plan to me.
Okay, so we've got the doorway cut out with the Sawzall here. That's this piece of equipment here. And you can see my husband there on the other side. He's getting ready to knock the drywall, and we cut through the 2x4, so everything should be okay. We do have an electrical line that ran through there that we cut the other day, so there it comes. Oh wow. It landed on your tool, so it should be okay.
Sorry.
It's alright. Hey John, that's one way to welcome yourself into the house.